All right, guys, I got the keys. I'm gonna put them in the ignition and see if I'm ready to tame this boss. Oh, baby. All right, let's see what that 302 can work with. Woo-wee! Man, I'm ready to take this baby on the road. Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you're watching No Reserve Classics. And before we get started, guys, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because you never know, your dream ride can be in the next video. And here we have it, guys, the 1970 numbers matching Boss 302 Ford Mustang. And this baby has that 302 motor, 4-valve, with the matching 4-speed close ratio manual transmission, and of course that Ford 9-inch rear. On the exterior, you have that grabber blue with the correct black stripes on the hood and through the side. We changed the aftermarket wheels to American Racing and even the headlights. Don't worry, guys, we have the factory components coming with it as well. And on the interior, super factory and beautifully restored. Not to mention, the underbody is one you can just eat off of. And I know you guys can't be with me here today on this beautiful turntable, but if you visit us at No Reserve Classics, you'll be able to take this beautiful ride as well as all of our other rides for a virtual 360-degree tour. And after you're done looking at the beautiful exterior of this car, hop over to the inside for another 360-degree virtual tour. And last but not least, guys, if you have any questions on how to get this beautiful ride into your garage, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815, and I'll be sure to guide you through the full process. So if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. Hop inside and let's go for a ride. All right, guys, so here we are. And I'll tell you what, the looks I've gotten with just 2 minutes of driving this car is insane. This car is a neck breaker with that grabber blue color. Super awesome. I'll tell you what, I've never seen a car like that. I didn't know they existed in the 70s. It's amazing. All the newer cars are actually coming out with cool cars, cool colors, just like this car. And the styling and the comfort of this car match hand in hand. This was a race car. This was the bee's knees back in the day. You were the coolest person in high school if you had this Boss 302 pulling up to school. I will definitely tell you that, and you can't miss it. I mean, it's super bright with those awesome Boss 302 emblems down the side and that blackout kit on the hood. But let's face it, guys, where we're gonna be at most of the time is right in this driver's seat. And it is very, very comfortable. We added this center console in here next to this 4-speed transmission with the Hurst shifter, just to give it a little bit of comfort. Now this car, like I said before, is all matching numbers, but we wanted to give you guys a little bit more comfort. So this is simply easily removable. If you didn't like it, it's not a permanent thing. It's not hurting the value. So you have a little bit of storage in here. So when you take this car to a Cars and Coffee or a car show or a car meet, you have cup holders for your coffee and your drink. Now, while we're talking about the outside of the vehicle, we did make a few changes that are not permanent, such as the headlights. We installed our resto-mounted high-performance Black Series LED kit on there with the halo ring, of course, just giving you a better vision at night. This car is made to be driven. These cars need to be re-explored and reused and repurposed. We can't let these cars die out, guys, so we're gonna let you guys drive this car at night. So also with that is gonna give you better handling. And one of the main things and the easiest way to do that temporarily is to change the wheels and tires. So we have aftermarket American Racing wheels on here. We had those bad boys powder coated satin black with those massive 275 millimeter rear Toyo tires on there, just holding this baby down to the road. But it does come with the factory headlights that we removed and the factory bias ply tires that we removed as well with the center hubcaps on there. So whether you wanted to revert this car back to factory, we are giving you guys all the components of the vehicle. So now picture yourself, you just got out of high school, you go outside and you see this bad boy, you start her up, you hear that motor rumbling and you get to a stoplight. Somebody pulls up next to you, you put a smile on your face, you put that baby into gear, and bam, you take off like a rocket ship. That's what this car is gonna bring back so many memories. I just feel it sitting in this car with the way the brakes react, with the manual steering, the racing competition, original suspension that's on this car. I mean, everything just goes hand in hand. It feels like I'm driving a Z06 Corvette. You become one with the car. That's how I feel inside this bad boy. And what's even better than that is this is the original motor and trans that came with this vehicle, matching numbers. Now, like I was telling you before about high school, what did you do? You revved the car, you drove it hard, and you blew the motor up. So most of the cars that you'll see on the road today, this particular vehicle, do not have the matching engine and transmission because they're not around anymore. They were blown up and they were replaced. This baby has it all. We have all the stampings and everything's on there. It's even on the Boss 302 registry. So let's put that competition suspension to the test and let's go over some turns here. All right, we got us some bumps. Now it is a little bit of stiffer ride due to that competition suspension, but I wouldn't expect any less from this vehicle at all. I will tell you, I like the way it corners. You do feel like you're in tune with this car. The more you drive it, the better you're gonna get to it, and the more cojones you're gonna have to take that corner tighter and more aggressively. All right, guys, before I head back to the barn, let's give this baby a pull. Second, 40 miles an hour, 50. All right, she just woke up. Woohoo! 70. Fourth gear, 80. Whoa! All right, guys, we'll see you at the barn to tell you a little bit more about this Boss 302. Woohoo! Wow, guys, that was so much fun. I wasn't expecting that much attention with this Grabber Blue, but I guess what? How could you not love a car just like this? And it all starts off right in here with the factory front spoiler that also matches the rear spoiler. But we included our resto-modded high-performance LED halo ring kit on this baby. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, we do have the factory components coming with this vehicle, so if you did want to revert it back to stock with those factory halogen lights in there, you are more than welcome to. But when you turn those babies right on, that halo lights up and just gives that car a modern touch. And what else did we change on this vehicle? Right here, the American racing wheels. And like I was saying before as well, that 325 millimeter rear wheel tire with these Toyo Proxies, they stuck to the road really well. Super grippy on those R888s on there. Definitely really nice. And like I said, we satin powder coated these all the way around. They are a two-piece wheel that have been welded into one, so super strong on there. And the factory wheels are coming with the car as well. But you really can't drive this kind of car with those older belt style wheels on there. But for the history of the vehicle, if you ever wanted to revert it back, we will be giving you that as well. But just overall, a really clean, really nice factory decals on the hood and all the way through the side. So if you actually can get a good look at that, this is the correct reflective material on here. So if you're driving this car at night and a light shines on it, it actually will illuminate all the way from the front to the back, looking really cool. And while we're talking about the back, let's get some video magic and spin this car around because I want to show you guys something that's really cool. And here we are in the back of the vehicle. Man, that was so quick. It was like magic, right? So you're gonna notice that reflective vinyl going around the back as well, super correct. And the blackout kit indicating that big block, as well as the matching spoiler and the blackout package coming to the trunk as well. So let's get to that really cool part. I got my keys in here, super easy. Well, first let's just look at it and see how clean this trunk is. I mean, even the factory welds are really nice. I don't see any indications of wear on either side. But look at this, the Space Saver tire. I haven't seen one of these tires in these vehicles in a very, very long time. People would just take them out and pretty much save space themselves and get that extra space in here. But it's really cool to have that in here as well. Like I said, the factory center caps will be going with the factory wheels as well. But just overall, super clean. I mean, listen to this. That trunk closed. I mean, it was just so beautiful, no force, just very nice, good quality car. All right, guys, let's give this some waterless wax and see what the paint quality is on this Boss 302. And I will tell you, it is really nice. I mean, it's not the greatest, but that's what we're here for. If you notice some of the hazing in the paint, you can see some wind streaks or scratches, you might call them. We're gonna take that and bring that all back out of the paint, making this paint give you a mirror finish. I mean, this quality of car should look like a showpiece, like a Hot Wheels car. When you open it up, super shiny. So we're gonna give this baby a paint restoration. Like I said, it was restored, so we could wet sand, buff, compound, polish this baby and give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, just look how shiny these front bumpers are on this car. Looking really, really nice. The chrome on the front end is really, really nice. But look at the gappage too on the hood. It's super straight, just like an Arrow would be. It's not raised in the front or the rear. Even the door gapping on this car, on the front, really nice, even gappage from the top to the bottom. And on the back of the door, super, super smooth. Let's give it our door test. Let's open it up. One finger, closes really easily. And I'll tell you what, the car itself does have some imperfections in the chrome, but we're gonna polish it all out and make it look really shiny and give this car what it's supposed to look like. Wow, I am just in amazement of how nice the underbody of this car already looks. And you know, guys, it is color matched. It's the same grabber blue as the top under the underbody. So you know what that means. We're gonna put this baby up on the 4-post lift and give it that hot steam bubble bath. We're gonna wipe it down, and that way we can see if there's any imperfections under the car, any leaking, anything that needs to be replaced, and correct it. That way we can buff, sand, and polish the underbody. Like I said, it's gonna get the same treatment as the top. So cut, buff, compound, polish, making that baby a showpiece underneath. So no matter if you're going to a car show or a car meet, or even just parking this car in your garage, you definitely want to throw some mirrors up underneath this bad boy. And last but not least, our 40-point mechanical inspection, making and ensuring that any of the parts that we installed or replaced are functioning 100%. And then it's my favorite part, the 30-mile test drive. I'm gonna be taking some corners, putting this competition suspension to the test, hitting those brakes, and definitely mashing on that gas, giving this baby all she's got. And guys, I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you've been watching No Reserve Classics. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video.